I didn't get a chance to see how the Colorado game ended when they played Stanford. Last time I checked, they were up 29-0 at half. Let me go ahead and take a look. What?
I don't got no time to play with you. I gotta go.
Nah, forget all that today. We ain't even doing the intro. Yeah, it's Saturday, October 14th, all that good stuff. Colorado, Stanford. Yeah, we already know what's going on. We about to jump straight into this one. Colorado, what happened? Well, I'd love to tell you what happened, but the honest truth is I don't even know what happened. That entire second half, what was that? Now, Colorado Buffaloes and Coach Deion Primetime Sanders, let me inform you of something. I only get to wear this hat one day out of the week. One day. And that is on the day where one of my two favorite college football teams, one being the Colorado Buffaloes and the other being the Ohio State Buckeyes, are playing. I was actually looking forward to doing this What Happened video so that I can, one, discuss your victory, and two, wear this hat. But after seeing that second half breakdown and that final score, I'm not too sure y'all deserve the hat. I might have to do this one in a turban. This one right here, I might have to do in a turban. I honestly have to have a heart-to-heart with myself to determine whether that second half was even worthy of me even wearing the hat. Hat. Turban. Hat. Turban. Of course I'm going to do the What Happened with the hat on. Are you kidding me? It's the only day I get to wear it. You know what? I'm going to add a little bit more sting to the underwear. I'm going to throw on my every occasion is appropriate nerd glasses. I don't need prescriptions. I don't care about any of that. I have 20/20 vision, but I like the way they look. Sue me. All of that nonsense aside, let's talk about this performance. First possession for the Buffaloes, and woo, we got number 12 back out on the field. Travis Hunter back in uniform. We back in full swing. Up, drive down the field and find Xavier Weaver in the end zone for 6. First touchdown, 3 minutes into the game. Colorado looking nice. Let's go. Next possession for Stanford, Bryce Farrell came out and he showed some hard running, but at the end, 3 and out. Give it back. That's what happened. Next possession for the Buffaloes, and Travis Hunter was like, man, I've been down for 3 weeks. The world think I regressed. They think I'm trash. Let me come out here and show them that I am still top dog around here. And what served as Colorado's kryptonite throughout the whole season shall serve as their strength for this one play. And they come out and they run the old shallow cross. They send Travis Hunter across the field. Shedeur Sanders sees him and hits him right midfield. And he does the most beautiful spin move that I have seen in a long time.
Sanders underneath complete. In space. Nice move. Hunter. Travis Hunter. Touchdown.
And runs it in for 6. That's 2 touchdowns in the first quarter. 14-0. Buffaloes are up. That's what happened. Next possession for the Cardinals, and they actually did a really good job moving the ball upfield until they got in a 3rd and goal situation. But the Buffaloes defense came out and did something that I haven't seen them do too much of this season. 1, they came out and cover 0. I haven't seen them run too much cover 0 this season. And 2, they blitzed. And they ended up catching Ashton Daniels in the backfield with his girdle around his ankle. Sacked. So now a 3rd and goal situation becomes a 4th and goal situation, and they have to rely on the field goal. And guess what? They don't get it. 0-14. Buffaloes up. That's what happened. Next possession for the Buffaloes, and Coach Prime was like, I think there's enough time that we had them training wheels on. It's time to get them training wheels on. We in full motion now. And so they take off the training wheels, and now they in full motion. Shedeur runs for a first down. Travis Hunter catches 2 first downs. And they top off the drive with a 39-yard touchdown reception to Xavier Weaver, putting them up 3 touchdowns. Then, to add insult to injury, they run a 2-point conversion to Amari McNeil, and he's like, don't worry about a thing, I got it. 22-0. Buffalo's up. That's what happened. Next possession for Stanford, and it's pretty much the same as the first few possessions. They do pretty good moving the ball, but they just cannot get points on the board. So 3 and out, give it back. That's what happened. Next possession for the Buffaloes, and the Xavier Weaver and Travis Hunter show continues. And Travis Hunter catches a 15-yard pass that puts them in the red zone. Next play, they come out and they run a reverse to Xavier Weaver where he doesn't even have to sprint. He just jogs it into the end zone, giving him his 3rd touchdown of the half. Not of the night, of the half. 3 touchdowns in 1 half, putting the Buffaloes up 29-0 at the half. That's what happened. Now, at this point going into the half, most of America seen this score and thought it was a given for Colorado, so most of America faded off into their nightly habit of slumber. But me, I made a little funny sketch at the beginning of this to make it seem like I didn't know what the score was, but truthfully, I stayed up until almost 3 o'clock in the morning watching this game. Alejandro Mata came out and tried to kick a field goal before the half, but he couldn't get quite enough stank behind it to make them smell the funk. So he didn't get it. But at this point, I'm like, 29-0 at the half. What can go wrong? Jordan the Stallion on Instagram. Please do not sue me, but I need to borrow your catchphrase for a second. Come here. Let this be a lesson to you that the game is not over until the clock reaches 0. And so begins the downward spiral of the Buffaloes. First possession at the half for the Buffaloes. And they go 3 and out, which includes Shedeur Sanders taking his first sack of the game. 3 and out. Give it back. That's what happened. Next possession for Stanford, and they moved the ball exceptionally well up the field, including a first down pass to Elick Ayamana and a 2-yard jet sweep to Bryce Farrell, giving them their first score of the game. They tried to top it off with a 2-point conversion, but Travis Hunter comes in and was like, nah, not on my watch. So now it's 29-6. Buffalo's up. That's what happened. Next possession for the Buffaloes, and they're like, you know what? Everybody just calm down. We're ahead. We're going to get something going. And Anthony Hagerson was like, yeah, man, give me the ball. Let me try to make something happen. So he runs it up the gut for a first down, but unfortunately it gets called back due to a holding penalty on Jack Bailey, number 65 for the Buffaloes. And third down is repeated, and they're not able to make the Shedeur-Travis Hunter connection happen. So they go 3 and out, give it back. That's what happened. Next possession for the Buffaloes, and they decide to come out and cover 1 and send a 5-man rush. The DB, Amarion Cooper, number 3 for the Buffaloes, decides that he wants to trip over his shoelaces. Stanford comes out, and they run that same shallow cross that has been eating up the Buffaloes defense all season. They decide to give it to Elick Ayamana, and he completely torches Shiloh Sanders for a 94-yard touchdown, putting the score 12-29. Buffalo still up. That's what happened. Woo! Feel better now that I got that out. They decide to go for a 2-point conversion, but number 18, Slusher for the Buffaloes, was like, not on my watch. 12-29, Buffalo's still up. That's what happened. Next possession for the Buffaloes, and they have just completely taken their foot off of the gas, and they just cannot get anything going. Another 3 and out, give it back. That's what happened. Next possession for Stanford, and that same cover 1 5-man formation that the Buffaloes just got barbecued in. They decide to come right back out again for 2 plays in a row. The only reason that the first play didn't work because it was a flea flicker that was designed for Ayamana on a 10-yard curl route, but when he looked back and he seen that Ashton Daniel wasn't ready to throw the ball because he was doubled, he was forced to improvise and try to get open, which he ended up not doing, and Travis Hunter ended up batting it down. That's what happened. So here we are. 2nd and 10, and they decide to target Ayamana again, only this time they're going to send him on a drag route. They decide to proceed with the play, and the Buffaloes, still in that same cover 1 formation with that 5-man rush, decide to try to defend it, and they throw the ball to Ayamana, but this time Travis Hunter isn't even looking back at the quarterback, and he's not even looking in the air to see if the ball is in the air. So Ayamana catches the ball. Travis Hunter doesn't even know that his man has the ball, and he proceeds to torch the entire secondary for his 2nd touchdown of the night, putting the score at 19-29. Buffalo still up. That's what happened. Next possession for the Buffaloes, and 3 and out has seemed to become their motto for this entire second half because they cannot get anything going, including Shedeur Sanders getting sacked almost 15 yards in the backfield and forcing them to have to throw the ball away on a 4th and 4 situation. So it's not even a 3 and out, give it back. This is 4 and out, give it back. That's what happened. Next possession for the Cardinals, and the Buffalo defense did a great job of holding them to a 3 and out, including a sack on 3rd and 22 to Ashton Daniel. But Travis Hunter can't contain his emotions, and he gets called for a personal foul for head-butting the receiver after the play, which results in a 15-yard penalty and a new set of downs for the Cardinals. That's what happened. Thanks to that personal foul of unnecessary roughness on Travis Hunter, they end up bringing in Justin Lamson and do a quarterback keep, which allows him to have his first score of the game and puts the score at 26-29. Buffalo still up, but not for long. That's what happened. Next possession for the Buffaloes, and it looked like they finally got the show back on track because Xavier Weaver comes in for a 40-yard bomb downfield that sets up Travis Hunter to get his second touchdown reception of the night, putting the score at 36-26, 10-point lead. Buffalo's up. That's what happened. Next possession for the Cardinals, and the Elick Ayamana and Ashton Daniels show continues, and they end up successfully driving the ball down to the Buffalo's 4-yard line, which sets up a 4-yard touchdown reception to Bryce Farrell, which gives him his second touchdown of the night. 33-36, but the Buffaloes are still up. That's what happened. Next possession for the Buffaloes, and if they score right here on this possession, everything else that happened in the game can continue to unfold, and they still win this game. But unfortunately, they go 3-and-out, which includes a 4th down and 4 situation where Shedeur accidentally overthrows a wide-open Travis Hunter, and they end up not getting anything going. So 4-and-out, give it back. That's what happened. Next possession for Stanford, after a terrific punt from the Buffaloes that put them on their 1-yard line. 1-yard line. They started this drive from their own 1-yard line. But Ashton Daniels, Elick Ayamana, and Bryce Farrell all looked at each other and was like, it's 2-minute drill time. So between those three, they successfully drive the ball down to the Buffalo's 30-yard line, where they bring in Joshua Carty, the hero of regulation, to sink the final field goal kick to take this game into overtime. 36-36, we're on our way to overtime. That's what happened. Opening possession in overtime for the Buffaloes, and Anthony Hackerson and Javon Antonio was like, everybody just take a deep breath. We got this. So those two combined for a successful drive, which is topped off with a 4-yard pass to Javon Antonio, which puts the score at 36-43. Buffaloes are winning, and they're back up. That's what happened. Next possession for the Cardinals in overtime, and man, oh man, this next play right here by Elick Ayamana. This play right here is the play of the week. It's probably going to be the play of the month, and at this very moment, it is a top candidate for play of the year. I'm not even going to tell you what happened. I'm just about to show you.
Down here. And that's where they come, battling. Oh what a grab! God. What a highlight! Ayamana! Mind your manners, what a catch! The throw. He takes it, he traps it to his back of his helmet and pulls it off of it.
Man, that old saying, pressure creates diamonds, tells the whole complete truth on this play, because when that pressure was on, Elick Ayamana showed up and he shined like a diamond. That's for sure. When you do something like this to the opposing team's top best player, man, demoralizing. I knew right here when I saw this play, I was like, yeah, Colorado probably ain't going to be able to come back from this one. And man, ain't even nothing I can say on that one. The play speaks for itself. That's what happened. Double overtime and first possession for the Buffaloes, and Shedeur Sanders cannot find anybody that's open in his end zone. So instead of throwing the ball away and setting up a field goal, you're more than close enough in field goal range. Instead of taking the ball and trying to do something yourself with it, which you're more than capable of doing, he just throws it up blindly into the end zone, hoping that somebody will catch it, and it gets intercepted in the end zone. So now the Cardinals have a chance to win this game. That's what happened. 1st and 10, next possession of double overtime for the Stanford Cardinals. And they're pretty much like, hey, man, we not even about to go and try to run any plays. We about to try to kick this field goal, and we about to get out of here. We're more than close enough for our kicker to make this field goal. So what do you think they do? Joshua Carty, the savior of the game, comes out and nails the field goal, which puts the Stanford Cardinals over the Buffaloes for the win. 46-43, Stanford Cardinals win over the Colorado Buffaloes in double overtime. That's what happened. Now, I thought the worst thing that I would have seen this year in college football was the ending to that Miami and Georgia Tech game, but this right here ranks at the top as one of the biggest collapses that I have seen from a football team in a long time. It's even up there with that Falcons Super Bowl with the Patriots, that 28-3 collapse. It's up there with that. Now, it's easy to place the blame, but let's talk about what really happened. There was a couple of things that I seen that contributed to this loss. The first one that I've seen And the biggest contributing factor is the fact that Travis is playing both ways. And I believe in the third quarter, he was just tired. He played really good on offense. He had a couple of touchdowns. He had some key receptions. But when he was on defense, Alec Ayamana was abusing that man. That freaking highlight catch alone should have just let you know what type of time he was having out on that field. Not making the proper defensive adjustments to slow down Ayamana. They were getting eaten up in that cover 1 defense, and it just wasn't good. They ran cover 2 the whole first half, and they came out in cover 1 in the second half, and they were just targeting Ayamana over and over and over. He had a heck of a game because he only has one safety to beat. After he gets past Travis, he only has one safety to beat, and he's gone to the races, and he was torching their secondary. That's what happened. Defensive breakdowns for Shiloh, Travis, Amarion Cooper. Like I said, he had that one play where he just completely fell down and just tripped over his own cleats, which led to a touchdown for Ayamana. And it was just a lot of things that the players did out on the field, execution-wise, that just didn't need to happen, that Stanford was able to take advantage of. It's the game of football. You mess up, we take advantage of it. On offense, in the second half, there were just way too many 3-and-outs and costly penalties. The biggest one was that personal foul for unnecessary roughness on Travis Hunter, where he headbutts the receiver after the play. If he doesn't do that, they sack Ashton Daniel on 3rd and 22. They have the chance for them to punt the ball and them to get the ball back so that they can go down there and possibly get another score. But that killed them, and that allowed them to get a new set of downs, and it was a 15-yard penalty that allowed them to score. They scored off of that. That was pretty bad, but it's football. It happens. Hopefully they can look at the film and they can learn from this, and it's a learning experience for everybody. But definitely, hats off to the Stanford Cardinals. You guys did not give up, and y'all fought to the bitter end, and y'all grinded out a victory. Alec Ayamana and Ashton Daniels, man, that 1-2 combo was deadly, and they just didn't have any answer for it. So congratulations to the Stanford Cardinals. Good show, good victory, and I think we'll end this one right there. For sure, we will be back tomorrow for the Browns and 49ers game, and that's going to be fun, even though we're going to get killed, but it is what it is. Most of our starters are out of the game. Deshaun Watson isn't playing. Joel Bitonio isn't playing. David Njoku might not end up playing. It's going to be a massacre. So we'll end this one right there, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Till next time.